Good day, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your metal market wrap-up for Thursday, October 14th, 2021, 6:10 p.m. Central Time. Boy, what a crazy market, am I right? Here's the one fear I have. We've had this phenomenal 72 hours of trading, if you're a bull, where you've gone up in the stock market, one of the largest gains of the year, a dramatic move. Then we've had gold not giving up much. Silver market holding. Look at copper up into the 460s. Are we going to see some profit taking before the weekend? That's the big question. If you take a look at heating oil, we were just looking at heating oil. My clients know this, in the 248 level. This week, we hit 247s. You've rallied 10 cents. That's $4,200 a contract. As you're looking at the grains, are they stabilizing? There's so much there. So what's going on? Well, it's the supply shortage of everything, the supply chain, everything going on. It's in the news. Everybody's running at it. But a major zinc smelter in Europe had to close. They don't have energy to run the smelt. This is not a little one, so this was important. What's that going to do as you go on? For those in Bitcoin, this could be a bullish situation in the end. Why? Where are you going to mine it? You're going to see countries, if this continues on, say, you know, the one thing we don't need are those Bitcoin miners here. They consume a lot of energy to make these digital coins. That creates more scarcity. Got to think that through, how this is all going to play out in the end. I know if in my backyard I had miners, I'd be telling them, get them out of here. I don't need higher electricity costs. The only one making money off of that is them. All right. So when you come over to D's Gold, you can see this is the first time we're fighting a battle at that 18-week average of closes. We are up $40 for the week. You're up 2.3%. As I said to you earlier this week, this could be the first time in a long time where maybe, I'm so scared to say it, maybe we don't get disappointed. This happened before. Do you remember here when the market was there? I remember the beginning of September. Why? If you're a trader putting out recommendations, as I do as an analyst, it's a better word. Between this period and the next week and a half, there was nothing I could do right. You know, people walk on water. Well, there's those of us that sink and you drown in the water. And I backed away from the markets like that. I told traders, no. I'm not changing my methodology. The market changed for a while. Let's ride it through. I've got to tell you, it's been a rock and roll time since a week ago as the market is back into form, as I call it. So it failed. I don't want to see that again. Am I nervous about it? You better think I am. However, it has more things positive going for it because of these power issues and what that does to the supply chain and inflation, and what that does to the market and the thinking behind all this. You know, the news wires and TV, it's all got that, you know, the tapering's going to begin. Are we too late? I was watching Diane Swank, who I know from Grant Thornton, and she was on today on Bloomberg talking about, could the Fed be late? It could be. You just don't know how that's going to play out. When you look at the gold here as the market is coming up on it, interesting moves, higher lows, higher high, bullish. I mean, throw the name off the chart. This is a bull chart right now until it takes out 1749.90. The market cleared the 18-day average. I told you I'd expect resistance at the 200-day average and the 100 yesterday, coupling that with the upper Bollinger Band. My gosh, that's right where you're at. So you've got all three of these now fighting the market right at that point, and that's why I make mention. Are we going to see any profit taking going into the weekend? You're overbought into resistance areas in an uptrend, and I think the pros are going to take money off the table. I know you don't want to hear that if you're a gold bull. That's what I expect. Taking money off the table. You know, you eat. There's no point in paper profit unless you take something back, right? You can always keep trading. And futures are for trading, not investing. I can't believe how many people don't get that. These are trading vehicles. Why? The nature of the vehicle is, by design, 90% leverage. If it were no leverage, I'd call it investing. If you're using the leverage, that's it. Can you de-lever that? Of course. Just put up the cash value of the contract. Sit with it. I don't know anyone that does. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's what happens. In the gold-silver ratio, this is bullish also, because when the metals as a group join in, they have more power than one part going and the other not. So now this break means that instead of putting up 80 ounces of silver, you're down to 76.27 in that magic wheelbarrow or shopping cart that you stole from one of your grocery stores. Thieves. Look at December silver here, coming up, as you can see, into overbought, Bollinger Band. Again, I could see reasons for profit taking up here, lots of them. Copper's been a runaway. How many of you have taken the opportunity to get my free offers of my research? 3 days ago now, I wrote, I think it was 3 days ago, I think there's a squeeze in copper. I haven't seen anyone else but me write that. Whether there is or isn't, it has exploded in those 3 days. I was looking at the London Metals Exchange stocks, the ones that we have here in New York, watching what's disappearing, and they're taking that copper away from the market. And that's the key. If you're a hedger, how do you go back and get it if you have to deliver it? So you buy your way out of your hedge, and that's driving the market up at this point in time. In addition, if we have these power problems and you're already hearing about the smelters, how much energy do you think it takes to mine copper and other goods? A whole lot. What's the price of that doing? Running up. What else? Even if you could pay it, you can't get it. That's the other part of the problem. So that's weighing on these markets and away you're going. You're probably going to embed. I'll wait for it to do it. Do you ever buy over an upper Bollinger Band? If you know me, my answer is no, the way I teach trading. So you'll say, well, how do I get involved with that? Back here. How do I get involved? When it moves to the right-hand side of the Bollinger Band. Platinum. What do you think I think when you make the first challenge of a market in an overbought market into the upper Bollinger Band and the 100-day average of closes? So long, take money off the table is what I think the pros are doing. Palladium. Well, it's a long way up here for that. Remember when this was the rock and roll market? This year, this was the strongest metal of all. It gave it literally a dramatic move to the downside. I should do a special report on that at some point. And now it's coming alive. But what will really get the auto going, well, it's not autos, what will get the palladium and platinum going are autos. That's what I wanted to say. When that production comes back, still, as much as we hear about electric, is 1 out of 20 cars an electric car? I don't know. There's got to be a ratio. I'll look that up. But it's not big. So everything still needs platinum and palladium. Now, here's what's going to happen as you park your car on the street. Those thieves are coming by and they're back. If you're new construction, you think you don't want to hire workers at night to watch all your materials at $4.60 a pound copper, and you've got these other markets, watch what I'm saying. This just brings out the worst in all that. In the dollar index, remember we had lost the embedded reading, and I thought the market would go back down, but frankly, I was wrong. It made a higher high here than it did. Now it's gotten right. Okay. Explain to me, you can write me on YouTube because I do respond to a lot of people. Why do you think interest rates fell back now after all this data? They're back to the 152 area and it broke the dollar. And yet everything else is running to the upside as all we're getting is what? Bullish information out of the economic data. You put it together, you try to get a game plan going, and that's what we do here. You know, at the Linn Group, and yes, we have offices. Our staff is back in the Board of Trade building. My staff is now starting to rotate back in, so we've got the Linn staff there and so on. And these guys write, and what they write is report after report all day long. If you haven't seen a commodity firm's multiple letters during the day, and you want to watch this because these markets are rocking and rolling, we cover all these areas for you. We want to give it to you free, see exactly what our clients get. How do you get it? It's simple. All you're going to do is go to our website. It's such a difficult task. You'll see a whole new look to it, by the way. And when you get there, go on the top left now. it says free trial. And take a look at all the videos you're seeing. I change the titles of them each day. For my subscribers, they also have their videos there. Traffic picking up rather dramatically. I like the new look of all this. You have a great day. I'm Ira Epstein.